Avon, Illinois is a small town an hour southwest of Peoria, Illinois, and 2 hours northeast of Quincy, Illinois. Once a busy town, Avon is now like most other small towns in the area, dwindling down to only a few small businesses and a school district with declining enrollment. The Woods family was the first to settle in the area. In 1832, Salem Woods purchased land in McDonough County, then returned to his homeland of New York to move his family here. His brothers were skeptical on following him to the new land at first, but 3 years later, Ira Woods made the journey to Illinois and settled to what is now known as Avon. After Ira came, 9 more members of the Woods family followed: Asa, John, Rivers, Edwin, Lawson, Lauren, Jonas, Larkin, and Harvey Woods. Living conditions were rough at the time, and all the goods used by the settlers were bought from St. Louis, a 2-day journey on foot. There was no railroad in Illinois at this time, so what little provisions the Woods family had to be preserved, and a little had to go a long way. From 1837 to 1843, the town was originally named Woodsville. However, it was changed to Woodstock because Woodsville was already the name of a town in Adams County. The name was changed yet again, this time to avoid confusion with the town of the same name in McHenry County. In 1852, the town became known as Avon. 2 years later, in 1854, Avon was founded as a town. Also that year, the railroad began making its first stops in town, although it was not originally supposed to do so. After hard work and $10,000 provided by the citizens of Avon, the Northern Cross Railroad was the first in the county to provide transportation services. The depot, which still stands today, is a historical landmark in the county. There is a main room, which features iron brace benches and a potbelly stove. The ticket office is located at the end of the room. 10 passenger trains that ran between Chicago and Kansas City provided transportation and mail for the citizens of Avon. With this new service, the depot was one of the busiest places in town. In addition to the depot, the Avon Hotel was built in 1855. A livery stable was added in 1872, along with 2 more stories to the hotel to accommodate customers. The hotel provided service to not only the locals, but also to salesmen who traveled around the area to places where the train did not stop, such as Ellisville and Greenbush, Illinois. The first brick building in Avon was built by Stephen Tompkins in 1856. This building was the home of Tompkins Bank, which opened in 1884. At the time of Stephen Tompkins' death, his son Albert and 2 other family members formed A.B. Tompkins & Company, which became known as Tompkins State Bank in 1913. The bank closed in 1933 because of the Depression. In 1912, Avon State Bank was formed and put up a building to house the bank in 1913. This bank closed its doors in September of 1931, also due to the Depression. With no local bank, the citizens of Avon formed a committee and began selling shares for money to revive Tompkins State Bank. The bank reopened in September of 1933 and has been open ever since. In 1935, the Saunders Hospital was dedicated. Mary Saunders and her daughter Clara left their estates to found a hospital in Avon. Up until its closing in 1987, the hospital served 550 to 700 patients a year. Mary Saunders also provided Avon with a library. In 1912, she had the building constructed and then gave it to the village. The building still stands today. The first school was built in 1836 in St. Augustine, part of the Union Township that included Avon. The school had its first graduating class in 1888. From there, Union Township added another 1-room school building. A third and larger schoolhouse was constructed in 1857. In that same year, a 4-room building was put up and was used until 1919. In 1947, the Avon Community School District was formed. This required a new building, so in 1950, the current building was built. Avon has been home to several different religious groups. The first group in Avon was the Methodist Church. It dates back to 1846, starting out with 6 members. The church itself was built in 1911. With some renovations, including a new organ, the church is still in its original form. 2 churches, the Universalist and the Congregational, merged in the early 1900s, making the Federated Church. The church building was built in 1897. With beautiful stained glass windows and a pipe organ, the church is still in its original location. From the 1940s through the 1970s, Avon's business district was thriving. There were many family-owned businesses, including Avon Motor Sales, Faye's Avon 5 and 10, a 10-cent store, Orwig's Market, and Arts TV Repair. After the closing of the hospital in the 1980s, Avon's business district took a hard hit. The population of Avon is now 900, considerably lower than it was in the 1900s. The small town is still a thriving farming community. This has helped the few businesses keep their doors open. Some of the county's oldest historical sites remain in town, including the depot. However, Avon is more commonly known for the camels it keeps on the north edge of town.